Hello and welcome to the Lesbian Lounge, a podcast for the girls who like girls. I'm your host and your resident lesbian big sister, Juliet Taylor, and I'm here to answer your guys' questions, share your dilemmas, and of course chat about your wildest and craziest lesbian dating stories. All things from first dates to crazy exes. We're going to cover it all. So grab a drink, get comfy, and welcome into the Lesbian Lounge. Oh, guys, I can't even explain to you how nice it feels to be back just like filming and releasing weekly episodes. The break feels like so long ago now. I think this is like the fourth episode since the break. But it just, regular scheduled programming, do you know what I mean? It just feels nice, and it puts my mind at ease knowing that you guys are getting your weekly episodes and you're not being like, because there's nothing worse than getting so excited on a Thursday morning, opening Apple Podcast, Spotify, wherever you listen, and there's no new episode. Like, I get the feeling from the podcast that I listen to, and I hated being that girl for you guys for 3 weeks. So it's just so nice being back, releasing weekly episodes, and I just love filming the episodes. Like, it just makes me so happy. I love chatting with you all and answering your dilemmas and sharing your stories, and I just love that you all trust me. I've got a hair tickling me. Like, you all trust me enough to share your stories. It makes me so happy. I was telling someone, I can't remember who I was talking to, someone like I hadn't met before, and I was explaining about the podcast, why I do it, what I do with it, and they were like, that's so special, isn't it? And I was like, I know, like, the amount of you guys who've like come out through the podcast and been like able to share stories that you never thought you would be able to tell because you didn't have that circle around you, and the fact that you all feel comfortable enough to do it here makes me so happy. And there's so many of you in our WhatsApp community now just chatting away, making friends, like sharing your experiences and even giving each other advice, which is so nice. Like, people are putting in the group chat like, guys, this has just happened, and people are like, oh my god, do you need to ring someone? Like, do you need to speak to someone? I'm here. Here's my advice. I've been in a similar situation. So it's just lush. So if anyone's wanting to get themselves like a nice little queer community, come and join our WhatsApp chat. The link will be in the description. I don't know why I'm pointing down here. I guess it's below me. Yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, it's below me. Link in the description to join our little WhatsApp chat. I don't think there's really much to update you all on this week. I've just been living in my little loved up bubble with my girlfriend Lucy. So like, it still feels a little bit surreal, not for anything other than the fact that I am just like so obsessed with her. I just like can't believe that she's my girlfriend. No, like, well, yeah, that I'm her girlfriend. I'm like, you know, when you just look at someone and you just think, oh my god, like, you are actually unreal. And that's just like, it feels a bit surreal that like, I don't have words. I'm lost for words by her. Like, she's just lush. She treats me so well. Like, I just can't cope. So we've just been living in our little bubble, going on loads of cute dates. Like, we went to the farm last week, Hall Hill Farm. I think it's in Durham. Met all the animals, watched like the sheep do like a little race, like not like horse race, and like they literally jump over some tires. It's really cute. We got to like bottle feed the lambs. We got to go and like feed the Highland cows. Oh my god, it was just lush. Definitely recommend if you're looking for a cute date idea. I love dates like that. Like, take me to an arcade, take me to the farm, the zoo, the aquarium, like things where we can like go and do things. And like, I'm such an animal person. Like, anywhere where there's animals, like, I'm in my element. And so was Lucy. She fell in love with the sheep and she's called her Apple. So we're trying to because you can sponsor animals at the farm. We've tried to get in contact with the farm to ask to sponsor and name this specific sheep, but they don't seem to be wanting to respond, which is rude. So if anyone from Hall Hill Farm's listening, let us name the sheep Apple. Like, we literally sent them specific photos of the sheep being like, this specific sheep. Yeah, we went to the farm. It was really cute. We're going away tomorrow when I'm filming this. We're going away just for 2 nights, like literally half an hour from me, because we're going to her family friend's wedding. So we were like, let's make like a little trip out of it. We'll go stay in like a little, would you call it, like a hut, I guess. It's like tiny, do you know what I mean? It's literally like the bed's there, the kitchen's there, the toilet's there. That's the whole space, and there's a hot tub. So we're hoping the weather stays nice. Everyone, cross your fingers, touch wood, that we get nice weather, because can't be asked for rain. But then again, I'm like, even if it's rainy, it'll be cute. Do you know what I mean? Like, good vibes, like cozy vibes. Like, you know, when you just like hear the rain falling, and we'll just be vibing inside. But if it's sunny, it's nicer, isn't it? 'Cause then you can sit in the hot tub and it be all sunny. We can go on a nice little walk, like cook some nice food, get all dressed up for the wedding. Honestly guys, I've gone through my wardrobe about 7 times deciding exactly what to wear. Oh, I've just unclipped my microphone. That was really silly of me. That's better. Like literally about 7 times I've been like, should I wear this? Should I wear this? It's hard when like, because I don't know this girl who's getting married. But I feel like it's easier when you know the person, because you know, like, the vibe of what to wear. Like, are sparkles too much? Is big high heels too much? Like, you just don't know the vibe. So I think I've decided on, like, this little flowery dress with some wedges. I feel like you just can't go wrong. Like, because if everyone else is really dressy, it's still dressy. And if people are quite casual, it's like a nice in-betweeny. And Lucy's got this unreal green suit. Like, she put it on for me the other day, guys. I got giddy. I was literally like, wow. Like, can't wait for her to put it on, I was going to say Sunday. It's literally on Thursday. And just stare at her and take loads of cute photos. And that's one thing I love about this relationship. Like, she's like, I want us to get nice photos. Like, she wants to take nice photos together so we can put them on Instagram, and just so we can have them for us to look at and stuff. And that just makes me really happy, because that's something that I've never had before, and something that I always really wanted in a relationship. Like, you know, I don't want to be the one always having to say, oh, could we take a photo? Like, I still feel awkward in the relationship getting my phone out, being like, oh, shall we take a selfie? Like, it makes me feel quite awkward, because I'm so used to that not being allowed. So the fact that now, like, she wants to do that, like, it literally makes me giddy inside. But yeah, we're going away, and I really think there's much else to update you all, and I'll update you next week about how our little trip away goes. It's not long till we're properly going away. I can't even remember if I've told you all, but we're going to Florida, which I know that seems like so fast, but the flight and everything was already booked. So it was like, we cancel one person off the holiday and lose the money, or someone else comes. So Lucy's going to come to Florida, and I'm so excited. I don't think we're going to do Disney, because we're not actually there too long. We're only there 6 days. We've both done Disney before. I literally have been the past like 3 years in a row. So I'm like, I'll survive not going to Disney. And I think we're just going to do Universal, because it's got more rides and stuff. As much as I'm not the biggest ride person, we're going to do Universal, and it'll be really fun. And it's Lucy's birthday when we're out there, so I'm going to try and plan some nice little birthday surprises for her, because I want to make it nice and special for her. So that'll be really fun. And that's literally how many weeks? It's like a month. What's it today? The 3rd of June. Guys, do you want to know what I've got from the milk farm today? Had a hot chocolate last week. I've got a chocolate milkshake this week. Did you all hear that? It's like proper slurpy. Oh, that was delicious, actually. Really nice. I'm a little bit poorly again. Like, I'm not, but like my throat just like, it feels like someone's like doing this on my throat, like strangling me. Like, I can't breathe. I don't know why I keep getting ill. Maybe it's Lucy. Maybe I'm allergic to her. Jokes. What was I even talking about? Universal? Maybe. Yeah, it's like a month away. It's the 3rd of June. We're going down to Manchester on like the 4th of July, I think. So it's all very exciting. It's all moving fast. But like I said this to you all last week or the week before, like, we're not pressurizing it to be moving fast. That is just how it is going. Like, we're not putting any pressure. Like, there was no, okay, we need to make this a relationship, we need to do this, we need to do that. Like, everything's just happened so naturally and so organically. And I just love it. I just love her. Like, honestly, it's just, I've never felt this way about someone before. Like, I just feel all giddy, and like I get so nervous before I see her, because I'm like, oh my god, like, hope she like thinks I look good, and like I just get all nervous and giddy. But it's just going it's just going really well. So we're having a lush little time in our little, like, freshly loved up bubble. I really don't think there's anything else to update you all on. I'm gonna yawn. Pardon me. That was rude. I promise you all you're not boring me. It's just me, I'm tired because we ain't going to bed early. That's one thing about being in a new relationship. You're not getting to bed at a decent time. But it's fine. We're away, well, we were apart last night, we're apart tonight, and I had a really early night last night, actually. So if I get another good early night tonight, then I'll be all fueled up on sleep, ready for going to the cabin, lodge, hut, house, thing, whatever you call it. But yeah, I'm going to stop talking because I genuinely don't think anything else exciting is going on in my life. And I think without further ado, let's jump straight on into this week's episode. So this week's question of the week is, what is the craziest thing you've ever done for a woman on a first date? Now, I think we've touched on this one before, but I've had quite a lot of new responses. So we're going to go through them all. And if we do some repeaters, then soz about it. Okay, here we go. Work party, had been flirting for a whole, it just says for a whole. I'm assuming I don't really know. Let's just say had been flirting. And we were talking a lot that night until we finally kissed. We had fun and bonded until shit hit the fan. I didn't know that she had a coke problem and drank a lot as well. She became a totally different person, was extremely pushy and demanding, made me feel incredibly uncomfortable, and was a total menace to every person at the party, screaming, crying, yelling. It was insane. Then that sobered me up real quick, and we didn't talk anymore after that day. Yeah, I probably wouldn't speak to that person again either. Didn't end up getting on the date, but a girl trauma dumped hard, then blocked me the day of our date. Oh God. Coming from first dating guys, then realising I'm gay, the fact that the date lasted just like 3 days. So fair. I love, like, mine and Lucy's second date was 2 days long. It was brilliant. Got kicked out of a concert for having sex in the toilets. Have been together ever since. That's so iconic. Falling in love. You know what though? Like, I don't, like, some people are like, oh, you can't fall in love that fast. Like, I genuinely believe, like, if that is the right person, I see it. Especially if you've been talking in the lead up and stuff, like, I mean, love at first sight, I guess, like, I think it does exist. Like, I think obviously there's still a lot of work to be built and, like, the foundations of a relationship. But I think, like, love at first sight, fall in love on a first date, like, I think it's a valid thing. Getting freaky in the bathroom stall. I love that. I wish I had the confidence to do something like that. I don't know why I just said that. Do you know what I mean? Like, some people, they can just have sex anywhere and not care. Like, I would even be stressed, like, having sex in my car, being like, oh my God, we're going to get arrested for being naked. Like, public indecency. Do you know what I mean? Like, I would just freak out. I'm definitely like a bedroom girly. We were completely sober, and she started dancing on me in Topgolf randomly while security walked past. Fair enough. No crazy first dates. Sorry. Don't be sorry. Be grateful you haven't had a really crazy first date. A 2-week sleepover. That is a long first date. Wow. I dated a girl who took me to a pottery painting class, and then when I wouldn't answer her text right away, in brackets, I explicitly said I'd been very busy and not to take it personally if I took a second to respond. She got mad and we stopped talking. A while later, she texted me and asked if I wanted my pottery piece back after being in the kiln. I said yes. I mean, at least she asked you if you wanted it and didn't, like, steal it from you. It lasted 10 minutes. She was so anxious that she was violently shaking, then she left. I had no idea what happened. It was so fast. I don't know why I read that as it lasted 10 minutes, as you meant the sex lasted 10 minutes, but you mean the date lasted 10 minutes. She was so anxious and then left. That's really sad. Like, she must have been so nervous. Don't know why I thought that was sex. I'm a bit dirty-minded, aren't I? Whoops. Seeing my ex at the same cafe and then inviting her to watch football with us at the pub. Fair enough. The girl with whom I was on a date with discovered that we are long-lost relatives. No. How do you even get to that conversation? Like, we talk about your uncle. Like, oh yeah, my Uncle Richard. No way, I've got an Uncle Richard. No way, mine works at Lidl's. No way, so does mine. Wait, are we talking about the same person? Like, how do you get to that? That's actually frightening. That's actually frightening. Surely you had to just, like, stop the date and be like, okay, peace out. Oh my God, that's a new fear unlocked. After the date, we watched Naked Attraction and sat there judging every vagina. Fair enough. She tried to take my dog home with her in the middle of the night. All right, you fucking psychopath. Leave my dog out of it. This is so bad. The first time I met my partner, I farted so loud. I probably would cry. I've never really been on a proper first date. Fair enough. To that, like, yeah, I guess me and Lucy went on like a proper first date because with the ex, we met obviously during COVID, so it was like FaceTiming for a long time, whereas me and Lucy had like a proper first date. To be fair, it wasn't even that fancy. I've told you all the story, haven't I? We were going out for pizza. Well, basically, I pretty much arranged the first date. I was like, we were talking something about food, and I said, she asked what pizza I liked, and I said, oh, I'm boring, just a margarita, I'm vegetarian, but I don't mind people eating meat around me, so you can still take me out for a pizza date. And then she'd said something like, okay, well, when are you free? And I was like, you tell me. And she's like, okay, I'll see you when I'm off next week. And I was like, damn, I was kind of hoping you were going to say tonight. And she was like, well, we can do tonight. And I was like, heck yeah, we can do tonight. Like, that's what I'm saying. Take me out on a date. So I actually had the balls to do that. And then we just went out for a pizza. Like, there's like this place in Oosburn where you can get like big slices of pizza. Then we went on a walk, and then we literally sat in my car until 3 a.m. talking. So like, that is definitely a first date. Like, it was not like the most romantic thing, but I guess it was planned like so last minute. And like, I love just walking with people, just like walking and talking. Like, can't be it. But it was a cute first date. Then our second date literally lasted 2 whole days and involved a sleepover, so whoopsies. No judgment, please. My girlfriend at the time, now my ex, asked me to be her girlfriend the day after knowing each other. I think Lucy and I think we waited about a week until we made it a fish. But again, like, when it feels right, it just feels right. Do you know what I mean? I'm yawning again. Sorry, that is actually really rude. I promise you're not boring me. Oh God. A girl made me send a video to her ex saying hi. They then got back together when we broke up. On a first date? Hi, would you mind just doing a little video for my ex so she can see who I'm out on a date with? Oh, yeah, sure. Hi, Georgia. I'm Juliet. I'm on a date with Sally right now. That's so awkward. I had a panic attack on the tube, got off and was sick, looked up and said to her, is this where Grenfell happened? We're still together 1 year later. Fair. Got chased by a horse. She rocked up with her ex and was flirting with her ex the whole time. Brilliant. Way to make me feel good about myself. Thanks a lot. She kissed me. Cute. We kissed on the first date. We had like a nice kiss. I was immediately in love. So fair enough. I drove 6 hours to a punk gig with her. Had never met her before and realised she didn't even like punk music, and we couldn't talk the rest of the night, but it was okay. I invited her to meet my family on the second date. Fair enough. I met her entire family, including her sister who lived in Germany. Fair enough. We stayed together for 4 days and haven't spent more than a week apart in almost 5 years. To be fair, it's giving me and Lucy, like, I think since we got together, I think the longest we've not seen each other is 2 days. Like, we've been pretty much together. I mean, the great thing is, like, she only lives in Sunderland, so it's quite easy to, like, all right, well, I'll come over to you tonight. All right, you can come to me. Like, we're literally, like, if the traffic's good, half an hour from each other, and we both drive. Like, I was thinking about this, like, I don't know if I could date someone who didn't drive. Like, I'm built to be a passenger princess. I'm not built to do all the driving. Like, I don't mind a little bit of driving. Like, I'm going to drive us up to the cabin where we're staying. But, like, you know, I couldn't be doing all the driving. It's just not for me. And, like, especially if you're long distance, like, so you expect me to always be the one to drive over. So, I don't think I could get with someone who didn't drive. She sold her dog so she could move in with me after being together for 2 months. Poor dog. Bought her a car. That's wild. Wish someone would buy me a car. I mean, I've got a car, but, you know, wouldn't say no to a car. Went to her ex's wedding. On a first date. Crazy. Her ex's wedding. How does she even organise a first date for the day of the ex's wedding? Like, how does that even happen? Moved in together. That's so iconic. Not even, like, had a 2-week sleepover, like, fully just moved in. Wild. Okay, let's do a couple more. I did her. So fair, so fair. Flew to another country. Bought food for her. Drove her home to her girlfriend that she had at the time. Crazy. My now girlfriend took us to Cancun for a second date. She had an allergic reaction to pineapple, but didn't have an EpiPen, so I ran to the pharmacy down the street where she gets her prescriptions to get her new ones. That's sweet. I mean, I'd be concerned if you were like, oh well, see you later. Good luck with that anaphylactic shock, whatever it's called. Accepted that I'd been friend-zoned. Fair. Flew to Texas for 2 days, went home and worked 1 shift, then flew back for another 9 days. So valid. Did a 4-day road trip to another state. Nice. Spent £600 on her in 1 day just to get nothing in return for my birthday. That's sad. 4.5 hour drive and spent the weekend. You guys are so iconic. Moved from my hometown to her hometown, leaving everything behind just for her to leave me. That's like a punch in the gut, isn't it? Let's do one more. Painted her whole kitchen for her to not speak to me anymore. Rude. Like, why are you being rude for? I just painted your whole kitchen. Least you could do is say thank you. Guys, this chocolate milkshake's actually banging, I can't lie. Okay, shall we jump into some dilemmas? Yes, we shall. Okay, so I'm going to the top of the dilemma pile because some of you, I can't lie, have been getting a bit mouthy. Now, I love you all a lot, but some of you are out to get me. Some of you are actually being a bit rude, so we're going to get to it. Where are we? I need to find them. There's been loads sent in. Okay, here we go. First one. I'm going to show you it. We're talking to the same girl. All I'm going to say on that, you wish. You fucking wish you were talking to Lucy. It actually just makes me angry because I know full well that no one else is talking to Lucy. But the fact that someone is doing that, trying to piss me off, getting in my head by trying to make me think, is she talking to someone else? I just think you fucking wish. You wish you were talking to her because she is the most unreal girlfriend ever. So stop being jealous. There we go. I love this one. I thought you was with another girl like last week. Now you already have a new one, question mark. Well, Sally, I'm a fucking lesbian. I move on fast. Don't blame me. And like I said this last week, I'll say it again. I'll say it as many times as I need to say it. My relationship ended a long time before it officially ended. Like, we had not been in a relationship. We weren't even kissing. Like, it was not a relationship. So there we go. I'm being kind, because I was, honestly, the other day, I was just like, why are people trying to like ruin something? Why are people like, we're talking to the same girl? Because I know full, like, say Lucy was being a fucking little bitch and was talking to someone else, which I know she isn't. If that was the case, you would message me on Instagram so we could have a conversation about it. You wouldn't submit it anonymously to the podcast where I have no way of contacting you. So I'm just left there thinking, oh, do you know what I mean? Like, you would message me on Instagram so we could have a conversation, because if we're talking to the same girl, you're in the same situation as me. Do you know what I mean? You want to be able to fucking slag her off as well and be like, what a fucking bitch, chatting to us both at the same time. It's raining. So yeah, stop telling me that my girlfriend's talking to you, because she isn't. Okay, that's all I have to say. The rest are all quite similar. So we're gonna get back to your guys' dilemmas. Okay, here's another one actually. It's something different, but someone else having a go at me. No, I'm kidding. You guys are all sweet. Not to be rude, I'm just genuinely curious. I'm not from the north, so I don't know if it's an accent thing, but I've noticed a lot of the time when you're talking about multiple women or woman as a whole, you say woman. So rather than saying I'm a woman who loves woman, you will say I'm a woman who loves woman. Sorry, I don't know if that's a bit confusing, but I'm just genuinely curious if it's an up north thing. Woman. I am a woman. You are all woman. I can't hear the difference. I'm a woman who loves woman. There's a group of women over there. Ah, there's a woman. I can't hear a difference. I don't know what I'm saying. I wish I could tell you. I don't know. My accent's such a hybrid of like up north, down south. Like I said something earlier. What on earth is that? Little lawnmower driving past. What did I say to Lucy? Oh, I said something like, oh, you was doing that, not like you were doing that, which is such like where I went to college. Like, it's such a them thing to say, like Dartford, Bexley Heath, Samantha, 1, 2, 3. Like, do you know what I mean? That's how they all spoke down there. So sometimes I do like slip into like Dartford talk. But yeah, I honestly, I don't know what I'm saying. So apologies if I'm confusing anyone. Okay, moving on. When I was 13, I got into a relationship with a girl for the first time. Everything went so smooth. A few days after our 1-year anniversary, she told me we needed a break, and I respected that. I was there waiting around for her to come back, whilst later on I realised she's moved on with her best friend. Sorry, what? That's just... So literally a few days after the 1-year anniversary, we need a break. And then she's moved on with the best friend. Like, you haven't broke up, you're just on a break. Rude. 3 weeks after the breakup, we got back together without me yet knowing about this new relationship. She then broke up with me again. This time she was wanting to move on with someone else who liked her. And to this day, I'm still waiting around for her. Till this day, no, you are worth so much more than that. Not her getting with her best friend, getting back with you, and then doing the same thing again with someone else. Like, this girl's obviously a bit of an attention slag and just loves people that show her a bit of attention. And girl, I get it, because I love attention too. Like, give me all your attention. But that is so unfair on you to have to then feel like you're just like almost second best, and like she knows you're going to be there. Do you know what I mean? She knows she could go and sleep with anyone, but you'll still be there waiting. So you need to not be there waiting, because you're worth so much more than that. I promise you. Guys, we've got an American. Hi, I'm from America, Minnesota specifically. You just can't say Minnesota in like a British accent, can you? Minnesota. There's a few American states, like they just don't sound good in a British accent. Well, hi Minnesota. Hey Minnesota, how y'all doing? I met this girl in Scotland on vacation during my spring break, and she became my girlfriend. But my parents don't know that I'm gay or that she is my girlfriend, and we can only communicate with text and video calls. I love seeing her and I miss her so much. Please give me some advice. That is quite a hefty long distance, isn't it? Like, I know, like, why is it so loud? I actually really don't like that I can't see what's outside my unit. I can just hear people making noise. It scares me. Yeah, like I know like Manchester to Florida is about like 9 hours. I don't know how much further Minnesota is. But yeah, it's a hefty chunk of long distance, but it can be done. Like lesbians do it every day. They do the long distance, they do the traveling. Like if you're genuinely in love with that person, like it's worth it and you will like get through it. Do you know what I mean? Like it can be done, but you've got like an added element of your parents not knowing about who she actually is, because you can just like, oh, who are you on the phone to? Like, oh, just Sally, I met her in Scotland on spring break. Like they don't know that like Sally's a bit more to you. They might start to consider it when you're constantly on FaceTime with Sally, but I get it's like I used to struggle telling my parents what was going on, because it's like almost a bit awkward, isn't it, when you're like, oh yeah, well, like we've only actually really met like once and now we're just FaceTime. And like I get it from that aspect, and also if they're maybe like a bit homophobic, like it's so hard, isn't it, to like to tell them who that person is. But it might then make it a bit easier for you, because then you don't feel so alone. However, I understand it's tricky. Maybe you just need to come back over to Scotland, or she could come to Minnesota. Like there's not really much else that like I think you guys can be doing. Like you're doing the video, who calls it video calls? You're doing the FaceTimes or the Skypes or the whatever. You're doing the texts. Like you've just got to keep doing what you're doing. And if you are genuinely meant to be together and genuinely like in love, you will find a way to make the distance work. Every 6 months someone will fly over to America or fly over to Scotland. Like you will find a way to make it work, I'm sure. But yeah, good luck. Keep us updated, guys. I'm gonna have another sip of chocolate milk. Like it's actually so good. I love it. Me and my girlfriend love ancient Greek history, and I proposed to her by throwing an apple at her, because that's how they proposed to each other in ancient Greece. Is it actually? Are you having me on? I feel so like gullible at the minute. Like people keep saying things and I'm like, really? And they're like, no, I'm joking. Did they actually do that? If so, that's really cute that like you both love ancient Greek history and then you propose to her how they used to. How's that? Imagine, oi, Lucy, hit her in the head with an apple. Will you marry me? Like, imagine. That is quite sweet though. So there we go. I'm happy for you. I hope, are you going to like dress as like goddesses for your wedding? Because that would be really cute. Oh, you have to get married in Greece. That would be so adorable. I'm 26 and I think I'm a lesbian. But I'm in a 5-year relationship with a man. Help. Okay, we had similar to this last week. We had the girl who just got engaged and bought a house. Like, if you are having feelings that you might like boobies and vaginas and girls as a whole, you're not just getting those feelings for no reason. Some people, I feel, can have those feelings and just push them down and not let anything become of them. But then some people, they have these feelings and like I know what it's like to be in a relationship where you think, can I live the rest of my life without acting on the feelings I've been feeling? I want to go out and date again. Can I live the rest of my life without doing that? I don't think I can. In your mind, can I live the rest of my life never acting on these feelings of possibly being a lesbian? If the answer is no, then you need to go and explore these feelings, because otherwise you're just doing yourself and your boyfriend a disservice, because like I said, you're not just having these feelings for no reason. Shall we do one more dilemma? How do I get over my first woman-loving woman relationship? She broke up with me this week and I actually feel so much pain. You know what, they do say your first woman-loving woman breakup is like the worst heartbreak you will ever feel. So at least you've now been through that, but let's keep reading. She was the first girl I ever spoke to, ever kissed, and she was my first love. I still really love her. I genuinely saw myself marrying her. She seems like she's not bothered at all about it. I literally didn't eat for 3 days and have re-entered my shitty mental health stage. Please help a girl out. I've never loved someone the way I loved her. Oh, and we go to the same college and we do the same course. She's just a year above, so we will see each other every day. Yikes. That's the hard thing, isn't it? Like, yeah, like it's not even like we can just say, okay, block her, move on, just out of your life. Because at least she's in the year above. So at least you're not like constantly together. Like you might just bump into her like in between lessons or something. Yeah, they do say like your first lesbian heartbreak is the worst. So yes, like you were in love with her, but maybe it's also just the fact that it was the first time you ever loved another woman. So as well as mourning the loss of that relationship, you're mourning like that was like the first time you've ever like got close and intimate with a woman, because it's a really vulnerable thing to do, and then to like lose the person that you had that special moment and all these like firsts with, like it's hard. I get it. I've also just not long been through it, but not long ago been through it. I'm not making sense today, am I? I'm just chatting shit. I mean, when am I not chatting shit? Do you know what I mean? But I think you have to look at it and think like, if she is going on like this, acting like it doesn't bother her, whatever, was she really the right woman for you? Because the right woman for you, if you broke up, she would be beside herself. She wouldn't be able to eat or sleep because she's doing everything in her power to try and get you back, because she doesn't want to lose you. Whereas this girl is clearly not your wife because she didn't react like that. And I get it, like you can plan this life in your head, and sometimes I think you try and plan a life, you try and see yourself marrying someone to like almost convince yourself that there's no issues in the relationship. And it's like, well, I can see us getting married one day. And it's like, but if you really, really sit down and think about it, can you see it with that person? Or were you just trying to like make something out of a not so good relationship and be like, but if I convince myself that, if I talk that into existence, then it's fine. So maybe it was just because it was the first woman you've ever dated, you've ever slept with, you've ever like got close and intimate with. But I get it, like it sucks. And the fact that you now have to see each other like every day at college, like it's shit. Like it's really shit. And obviously seeing her not be bothered and not giving a fuck, that's really shit for you, because you're like, how is this not affecting you? I mean, maybe it is. Maybe she's just putting on a really brave face and acting like it isn't affecting her. But I think what you have to think is, if this woman was my wife, she would be past herself. She would not be coping with this breakup. She would be begging me to get back together. Like she wouldn't just be not bothered by it. So I think if you put that mindset in your mind, God, what am I on today? Put that mindset in your mind. Am I all right? But if that makes sense, just think about that and be like, yeah, you know what? If we were meant to be together, you wouldn't have taken this breakup so easily. Like you would have been begging me to come back. So I think if you put it in that mindset, in that perspective, then hopefully that makes it a little bit easier to cope with. And I think when you're like around at college, just don't even show her that it bothers you. Just be like, oh, hi. Like, or don't even speak to her. Don't even acknowledge her presence. And that'll just make her be like, oh my God, but I thought she was going to be like heartbroken about this, and she's doing so fine. Like, what's going on? Like, do you know what I mean? You just like own that power and be like, you literally don't bother me whatsoever. Like, we broke up, I don't care. Get with someone else in her year group, get with her best friend, do you know what I mean? Be like, yeah, fuck you. So there we go. All right, I'm going to wrap up this week's episode here, guys. Thank you all so much for listening. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, leave us a review, turn on notification bells, download. Everything you can do is grateful. It's grateful. My God. It's really appreciated. That makes me really grateful. I'm grateful for you all anyway. You're all great. Thank you so much for listening. Make sure you send in your dilemmas and take part in our Survey Monkeys. They'll be up for another couple of weeks. So send in your answers and they'll be read out as the questions of the weeks. And I will speak to you all next Thursday for a brand new episode. I love you all so much. Bye.